Hello my hungry friends! Today we're making chicken aspic, galaretka z kurczaka. Before we continue, I'd like to thank a few of our channel supporters and donors. Thank you to Linda Lenkowski, Eva Beignet, Matthew McLaughlin, Rita Vance, and Robert Blaze. Your support is greatly appreciated.
Thanks, guys!
Welcome back, friends! This is Polish Kitchen. My name is Anna, and here I teach you how to prepare delicious Polish food. Although this, my husband considers this not so delicious, and I apologize.
It's not the flavor, it's the consistency.
So today we're making chicken aspic. And this recipe comes from the book that I'm still working on, Polish Kitchen, My Family Table. And I have loose pages because I'm still editing it. Finishing editing. But this is a recipe that we always serve at Easter. And since Easter is just a few months away, I thought it's a good time to start showing you how to get ready. And today I'm actually veering off a little bit from the recipe because in it says that you need cooked chicken and chicken stock, which is a result of our Sunday soup, rosu, chicken soup, which not everyone always has left over like us Poles do. So I thought, he says yes.
Well, we don't even have leftovers.
Yeah,
because I eat it all.
He eats it all, yes. So today I thought I would start from the top, and if you wanted to make this for your Easter table, this is how you would start. So you're gonna need some chicken on the bone, and it could be whole chicken, chicken legs, or something with meat on it. Wings probably wouldn't work so much because there's not so much meat on it. Legs work the best because the meat is nice and tender. And all the veggies that you would normally put in your chicken soup. Or you can make a big pot of chicken soup and then just use your leftovers to make our chicken aspics. So I have 2 quarts of water here, 2 liters, heating, and I have 5 legs, which is plenty or more than enough for this recipe. And if you go to polishkitchen.com and search for chicken aspic, you will find exact amounts of everything that you need. But I've put 5 legs in here, and then I will also add, so all these veggies are going to make our broth nice and flavorful, so we don't really have to do anything else to it afterwards. So we want to make sure that it's nice and seasoned. So I have the green tops of leeks, and I just chopped off a few. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure you wash them nice and well. Tends to be sand in the crevices, so that'll be nice flavor. I'm using 1 carrot, which then we're going to use to make our molds. And I'm also using a parsley root, and this comes up on the channel a lot. This is what parsley root looks like. It looks a lot like parsnip. If you can't find parsley root, put parsnip. It's a little bit sweeter than parsley root, or you can just do the green parsley leaf, just few sprigs, put in there. Oh, not this one, peeled. And the carrot went in, and I also have a quarter of this 1 big celery root. This comes up sometimes as well. This is available at normal grocery store, or if you can't find this, do a stalk of celery. So you could do a whole one, cut in half or so. So I'm gonna pop this in, and I have 2 bay leaves, and a pinch of allspice, and a pinch of whole peppercorns. So I'm gonna pop that in, and I'm gonna do a heaping teaspoon of salt. And we'll taste that later and adjust the salt if we need to. So I'm gonna bring this up to boil, and as soon as it starts boiling, I'm gonna turn this down, and I'm just gonna leave this on super low simmer, just tiny bubbles, and it'll be covered, and we're gonna cook this until the chicken falls off the bone. So it could be probably about 30-40 minutes. So our chicken has been cooking for a little bit over 40 minutes, and check yours and see if it's nice and tender and your broth is nice and flavorful looking. So I've taken out all of the meat and all the veggies, and I've strained my broth into a cup. And I've tasted my broth to make sure that it doesn't need any more salt, and it did. So I added another 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So just make sure to taste it, and so it's nice and flavorful. So it tastes like, you know, real food and stuff. And so I've taken some meat off the bone, and again, this will depend on how meaty you want yours, and you'll make it one time and then you'll know if you want to add more or less. And I've taken the carrot and I just made a few slices here. I also have some frozen peas. They're actually still frozen, which doesn't matter. If you don't have frozen peas, you can do canned peas. I just like the texture of frozen peas a little bit better. And I've also boiled an egg that I am slicing. And we're gonna need the inner part of the egg. So now to assemble our the chicken jellos, as my husband calls them, I'm gonna put a few slices of the egg on the bottom. So we have to remember that when these are on our plate, they're gonna be upside down. So whatever's on the bottom will be showing from the top. And I'm gonna put one over here, and I like to use the piece with the yolk in it, so it looks nice. And I'm using 2 different containers, a round one and a rectangular one. And I like using these because they come with lids, so then when I store them in the fridge for the gelatin to set, I have them covered already. So I like using these containers, but you can use whatever you want. And then we're gonna do a few slices of carrot. And I think before I continue with that, I'm gonna go ahead and dissolve the gelatin. So I have unflavored gelatin, and if you're in America, you're gonna need 1 envelope per 1 cup. And I have 2 cups here, so I'm gonna use 2 envelopes. But if you're outside the United States, or if you're using a different brand, just make sure to read on the box to see how much gelatin you need per cup. So my gelatin goes actually by teaspoons, and I need 3 for half a liter. There's half a liter of, I'm gonna add just a little bit more, just to make sure it sets nicely. I'm gonna give this a stir. And you want your liquid to be hot, so this dissolves nicely. So as this is dissolving, we can assemble our gelatins. So I've put a few carrots in here, and I'm going to add a couple more here and here. And then I'm going to add a couple of these frozen peas. And again, this can depend on however much you want to put in there. And then we're going to put, and this meat is still in little chunks, which is fine. And I'm just going to add to my mold. Nice layer. Same with this one. And break it up a little bit. And this is done. We like these jellos so much, we do it with pig and fish as well.
Nothing better than fish jello. That's the best.
I got a little peppercorn in there. I don't want it in there. Oh, it keeps going in. And then I'm gonna do another few carrots, because why not? I already have them sliced. And it'll look pretty. I always say make your food look pretty, so then it's appetizing. And maybe a few more of your peas. And then we'll continue with the meat. And then when our broth dissolves, I'm gonna make sure that all of the little bits of the gelatin is dissolved. And when our gelatin is dissolved nicely, make sure it's dissolved all the way. We're gonna pour it into our mold slowly. And we want to cover all of the meat, and then even leave a little bit more room for the gelatin on top. And I don't know about you, but I like the jello on its own too, so I always put a lot on top because it's delicious. And why wouldn't you? Don't laugh at my jokes. And we want to wait a little bit for this to cool before taking this to the fridge. But when it does, we'll cool it for at least 2 hours so it's nice and set, and then we'll serve it. Who's ready for some galaretka?
I'm not.
My aspics have been in the fridge for quite a while now, and they're set completely. And again, I love using these containers with lids because I can just pop that in the fridge, and I know it's not spilling, and I can start like that. But I'm going to do this little one. And then to serve this guy, you're going to take your knife and then you're going to run it around the perimeter gently, and then we're going to put this on our plate. And look how pretty.
It is very attractive looking.
Ooh.
I won't lie. It looks very pretty.
And now to serve this, we normally either put it on the plate like this, and then people will take a slice or they'll take a whole one. And my very favorite way to serve it is with just white vinegar. But second favorite way to eat it is with horseradish, which is I have in a jar here. Or my mom likes it with lemon as well, just to sprinkle. So then what I do, and I have a couple of slices of nice rye bread. And then what I do, I'm just gonna slice this in half so you can see the inside of it. Like this. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of vinegar and pour it on top. And take a tasting. That's a big tasting. Mmm, it's nice and gelatin-y. I like it. I hope you try this dish at home. Don't be discouraged by Mark's remarks.
No, don't. No. I tried it a lot. I just don't care for it. Other people love it.
And come back again and check this recipe out at polishkitchen.com. And stay till the end because there's some takeouts at the end. And come back on Friday and join us for our Kitchen's Closed episodes, when we close our kitchen and show you culinary Poland. And happy cooking, and we'll see you next time. Smacznego!
Boring!
And I'm gonna add the leek tops. Just make sure.